An SHMD Schmidt Group receives notice of delisting or failure to satisfy continued listing rule or standard. That's an SHMD.
Hey, good morning, Sam. Good morning. Hey, Jurgen, good morning. On the MSTR this morning, for an early long, it was yeah, the daily chart is definitely bearish. It was the 8 was moving up through the 15 and the 5-minute. I tried to take it as a quick intraday trade as the 8 moved up to the 15, and then it pulled right back after that. So that move up failed as the 8 pulled back down through the 15 again. About 5 candles later. That was just a very quick intraday trade off the technicals off the 8 and the 15. Daily, was definitely not a swing trade for sure. MSTR still is a short on the daily chart. Right now, it's just putting in another doji after doji on Friday. But it's basically a double doji sandwich, double doji sandwich setup here. IBB moving up pretty nicely here now. What's the maximum feasible amount in dollars could you trade SPY options with? Is 100,000 worth of options in SPY possible? Yeah, the liquidity on the SPY is insane. I mean, you'd have to really. I mean, if we look at the volume on the SPY, all right, let's take a look at the SPY options. Right, so today, on any individual strike prices on the SPY, let's just take the 675s. That's way out of the money, right? 8,000 contracts gone off, 26,000 contracts of open interest on it. All right. On the 670s, 6,000 contracts gone off, 42,000 of open interest on it. So if you're going to trade $100,000, if you want to trade $100,000 worth of SPY options, if the options are going for like 250, you just figure out 250. That's $250 per contract, and figure out how much that's going to be for 100,000. You're certainly going to be able to get them, yeah. If you wanted to put that much risk on there. Qs and SPY is not a problem. Same thing with futures. You can basically trade as much as you want in the futures. You trade 100,000 in SPY contracts, unless you got $1 million account or more, you're going to be probably trading with some sweaty palms. So MSTR was my loss here today. SPY I had a win on. Again, very very low probability trading environment. Although we're getting more bullish now on the market. Again, we're going to run into some resistance here on the SPY at 673.95. About $1 away to the upside on the SPY. Again, this SPY trade I took right here as it broke through the VWAP. You notice it went blue right here. I took as it broke through the VWAP right here, and I wrote it up, and I get $50 a contract on that, which was actually pretty nice. That was a pretty nice win for me. MSTR, I took a $1.40 loss, I think. But of course, the MSTR contracts were much more expensive, so I didn't have anywhere near as many as I had on the SPY. Or 12 o'clock right now. It's a nice bounce, but there's a lot of resistance in the way. Yeah, it's exactly. We haven't cleared the high of the day as well, as Shai points out. It's exactly right. High on the SPY today, 673.71. 673.95 is resistance. It went basically right to that horizontal resistance line. And remember, the 8 and the 15 is still above the SPY on the daily chart. It has not gone back up to that. To go long on the SPY for swing type trades, we need to see this SPY get above that, the 8 and the 15. And if we want to go short, it's got to close below the 50, and then it's got an algo line right there to offer support as well. This algo line offers support here and in here. And so this is where we are right now. This is no man's land for the SPY. All we can do is intraday trade right now, really. I think that's about the only thing we can try to do. Except, well, we can do weekly ATMs. Halliburton looks pretty good to me. So I'm just watching right now. Do like IBB still though. IBB still looks good. Moving up, a beautiful daily chart on IBB. This is the biotechs have been very strong. This is a nice move here. Nice move up. See it move sideways as a 8 moves up and now bouncing off the 8 yesterday and today. Nice setup on IBB. That's not an all-time high, I don't think. No, still got a ways to go to get to the all-time high. Still about another $10 to the upside. All right, we check with the YouTube folks over here. If you trade with that much sweaty palms, you'd be losing money buying keyboards and mice. Yeah. The whole point is if you put on a 10 or 15% risk on options on your whole account in one trade, especially something on the SPY, something if it's not a very fast moving index, fast moving option, that's fine. But the SPY can fly around, so I mean that's a lot of risk. But people trade that much all the time, obviously. So SPY kind of it hasn't hit the high of the day yet. It's trying to get a little toppy here again. We may just bounce around here all day long. So right now it's very tough to find anything. I'm just looking for some individual trades that I think are decent. I mean, IBB's got good relative strength. It pulled back quite a bit, and then it's bounced nicely. Pulled back right here after it made the side. Now it's moving right back up again. Nice setup on the IBB. Halliburton trading at 27.28, exactly where we want it to be. Sam, you think it's important to understand notional value if you trade with leverage? Yeah, if you trade with leverage, I mean, if you're trading, typically you're trading with leverage, but on these trades you take with any trades I take here are defined risk. The leverage is not going to hurt you too much. If you're in like the futures or something, obviously the leverage is much higher, and you can on futures you can lose more than you put in, but on the trades we take, you can't do that. If you take SPY and you take a position for $2,000, you can't lose any more than that. Alex, you like B, but it's kind of a slow mover. Yeah, Barrick, as one mentioned a couple times in here today, gold has been pretty strong today. Barrick's up nicely. Somebody mentioned a new month this morning as well as a potential long bouncing off the 8 exponential moving average. But you know, when you're trading gold stocks, and B is a good one. I mean, Joe over in the Discord room, it's one of his one he likes to trade. And it's a really nice chart on Barrick mining. Very nice chart in Barrick mining. It's a slow mover, but that doesn't negate the fact that it can be a good trade. Sometimes slow movers are better to trade. You don't have so much stress on them. Spy coming back down again now. Get up very close to the high of the day, very close to the next resistance level, and turn back down again. And again, I'm out of MSTR. This thing is driving me crazy, so I'm not going to deal with it anymore. My BB still looking pretty good. Yeah, you're buying 100K of SPY option. Make sure you full port those, and then zero DTM. Out of the money, zero DTE for extra fun. Yeah, yeah, zero DTE, but that's out of the money is a little tricky. I mean, you can get a lot more out of the money, of course. Got some great ideas here. Maybe coming in a little bit. Just with the red and red candle. SPY looks like it's trying to top out here. This is very difficult right now. I'm not really messing with anything at the moment.
Travel plans. Your AI mode trip plan is auto-generated in a canvas itinerary with flight, hotel options, as well as suggested activities.
22nd. Oh. What's the earliest you can get there? And we will need you to do is confirm exactly the time that you're coming in. I mean, you know.
Tesla right up to the 8 exponential moving average, almost exactly to it,
Right.
just slightly below it. I'm sorry, the 50-day moving average right there, that's the 50.
Well, it would be easier. It would be a lot
The 8's
easier
right in here.
to
It's actually
kind
mixed. This is the 8, that's the 50, that's the 15. They're all jammed together in here. But that's resistance on Tesla for sure.
Yeah, it says schedule
IBB still looking good. JKS,
ballpark,
JK Solar, pretty nice move here, Jinko. Run was also strong this morning off of earnings to the upside, but it's kind of lagging. Well, that wasn't earnings. I guess it was JKS that had earnings. JKS had earnings. Nice move on that one. All right. Again, I'm not in anything right now except what we had on before. Halliburton and Lyft. But I still do like IBB. Again, I took some nice profits in the SPY. I took a loss on the MSTR. Bitcoin is just, the cryptos right now are very, very volatile.
Okay.
All right, let's see. No more questions, good deal. It's got about 12:15 here. Probably won't eat today till about 1:15. About another half an hour. Market internal is pretty flat. This is showing up, but it's very, very small. If I look at the VOLT, you see how flat this thing is. It's trending up, but just barely. But I do like IBB still. JKS also showing some strength. EXPD trying to break out. EXPD. Nice daily chart. Nice little move in EXPD. Pretty good relative strength in EXPD. AstraZeneca, as Harry pointed out, went out, moving up now, pulled back, starting to move up again. Lucid pretty weak here today, down about 9%. Lucid LCID, very weak daily chart, very weak intraday chart. Lucid, probably a decent intraday short for Lucid. Possibly even a swing. I mean, it's definitely weak. If I could type, it would be much better. Pretty nice drop in Lucid. I don't know what the options look like, but the daily chart's very, very weak. Here it is right here. Very, very weak. This thing looks like it's in a death spiral. It's trading at about $13. Lucid still looks like a really good short setup here. Daily chart, very, very bearish here. This is a pretty big flush in this thing. You can see here it's somewhat extended. The 8th right now is at 1550, so it's about 250 extended. The ATR in this thing is about $1.50, so it's extended from the 8th by about $2. So I think I would probably, if you're going to trade it, I would look to just intraday trade it off the 5-minute chart. Yeah, and I took some Lucid puts expiring this week. They're a little widespread on Lucid. Where is it? $14 puts is what I took. They're $1.25 by $1.45. They got $1.07 of intrinsic value. $1.26 by $1.45 right now. I think I paid $1.30 something for them. Lucid, $1.35 on Lucid. Sure. Again, I'm likely going to take this off today. I don't like this extension from the 8. It's very extended from the 8. The daily chart, though, is a horror show for this company. I mean, this if you look at the daily chart in this, as I just showed you just a little earlier, this thing looks like it's dying. I mean, look at this. Look where the stock was here. I mean, it was up at $200, $600. A lot of splits, a lot of reverse splits. Just keeps coming down, pops up, keeps coming down. It looks like it's, and again, nice pink candles here. But again, it is extended, so there's likely to be some sort of a bounce toward the 8. But I'm planning on taking it off today. If it continues on down like this, I'll take it off today. Okay, see if we got any questions here. It's about 12:27, coming up on 12:30. AstraZeneca is still going up, the one I recalled out earlier. Still making a new all-time high. Again, I'm short Lucid right now. Halliburton is trading at 27.30. I mean, it's just perfect. If you can get a weekly ATM, I mean, they can really be a low stress type trade. I'd like to find a few more. I don't trust the market at all, but I'd like to find a few potential ones. I don't mind if the market goes down hard with a weekly ATM, because I can buy back the short puts and hold on to the long puts if it's structured correctly. Looking at Halliburton right now. Look at Halliburton. Yeah, pretty flat on this thing right now. We sold the 2750 puts for $58 on Friday. We can buy them back for $54 right now, so we're up about $4 on those. The ones we bought the December 26th, January 2nd, December 26th, paid 84 for them. They're going to 79, so they're down about a nickel. So it's pretty much flat, which is fine. I don't mind that. We're just if we can get this to stay around 27.50, we can harvest most of that $58 on Friday and roll it out again next week. Harry, AGIO, good biotech, PDUFA in 3 weeks. Okay, starting to run up. Yeah, I saw those. I saw the AGIO this morning. We showed up one of my lists actually. And again, another nice biotech. Don't know what. Did you say what the options were? I don't remember. Good biotech, PDUFA in 3 weeks starting. December option spreads not too bad for biotech. Okay, thank you very much. December option spreads. That's an AGIO. Very nice chart on AGIO. Here it is here. Daily chart, pretty nice. Right? Big pull down here, but it's been kind of grinding up again. More biotechs here. Wicks and tails, big wicks and tails. But it's a nice setup on AGIO. For the PDUFA in 3 weeks. So I don't know what the options are looking like, but you take a look at them if you'd like. Again, I am in lucid short. Harry, the options have already started going up now. The spreads are only about $1 and 50 minutes ago. IV's rising. Yeah, and the stock's moving up pretty. It's up 5% today. So I mean this is here's the 5-minute chart, and you can see the AGIO. You can see the implied volatility is going to push up here as the stock moves up like that. So the options are going to get more expensive. Again, I don't check. I recommend chasing it. I would recommend, if you want to buy it, wait for it to pull back to the 8 and bounce. Again, I'm just holding lucid here, trading at $12.93. I've got $14 puts on this thing. About 12:35 here. What expiration on the 14 puts, John? This week. This week. I'm planning on making it a day trade. I'm not, because it's so extended on the 8. I really don't want to go out 2 or 3 weeks on it. I mean, I like it further out in time, but I would likely just try to take profits today, and then revisit it in a day or two to see what kind of price action I get, to see if it's bouncing up toward the 8 or not. I mean, you can take them for next week if you want to, but I would still try to get out of them today if you can. IBB still creeping higher here. AstraZeneca pulling back a little bit. Is ABIO. That wasn't it. Wrong one. How about AGIO? Yeah, AGIO still moving up here. Pretty nice move here. I mean, it's a pretty good move there from 44.73 to 45.96. And what's the market doing? Not much. Sideways movement in the SPY. Q's also moving sideways. Harry, for IGO, if you want to take advantage of the IV, a bull put 30.40 goes for 5.20 with a reasonable spread. Yeah. But I don't like to do it at. I mean, yeah, that's one way to take advantage of the spread, but you're paying a little bit more than half the price of the spread, which I don't like to do that in debit spreads. Yeah, it's December, so it's out in time. I understand.
Some volatility in LYV. UK to ban resale of tickets above face value.
Lucid just kind of drifting around here right now. Q's starting to come back down again toward the VWAP. SPY as well. All right, I'll be right back. John, on this, you can buy the $14 puts at $1.37. Is that okay? I paid $1.35, so that's fine. Again, we don't know if it's going to work or not going to work, but it's a good short setup. Yeah, that's about, and you're getting about, right now you're getting about $1.04 of intrinsic value. So you're only paying about 33 cents of external, you're paying about 33 cents for extrinsic value on those 130, if you paid $1.37 for the 14 puts on Lucid. Because it's trading at $12.96, so that's about $1.05, $1.06 of intrinsic value. Which isn't bad. I mean, that's not bad. Okay, I'll be right back.
said a cushion. Because we only had 3.
Oh, and there you go. Those are nice ones.
Okay, let's find out.
Alfie, what do you think? They could be yours. They could be for Alfie. Okay, back. As I come back, I see the SPY is now coming back below the VWAP, the pivot point again. Exciting market today. Up we go, down we go, up we go, down. We had a nice little bounce on the SPY, and now reversing back down again. Again, the key level here on the SPY is the 50-day moving average. We drop back down through it, then we pop back above it again. We're very close to it again now. 50-day moving average on the SPY, 668.90. 668.90. I'm going to put that on here. I'm just going to say 669. Close enough. Very close to that level again. Okay, let me see if we have any questions. I'm going to eat here pretty soon. For another 5-10 minutes, I'm going to grab something to eat. Let's see if we have any questions. Nope, right now. Anybody over in YouTube? Bitcoin taking a bad beating. It certainly is. Yep, it is taking a bad beating. It's down really hard recently, so I mean it's dropped down from over $120, 120,000 down to about, I think 95. It's probably below 95,000 now. IBIT's still coming in here this morning. And crypto's very, very weak. SPY coming in, Q's coming in. IBB dropping back down again. 92.6, Ari, thank you. 92,600 in the SPY on the Bitcoin. That's a fairly substantial drop. Again, I am lucid short here. It's pulled down about 129. I'm being 1285 or say 1286, and just put a little bounce in here. SPY still coming in. See what Halliburton's doing, holding it pretty nicely. 27, 21. JK Solar also starting to weaken a little bit right now, and IBB also starting to weaken just a bit. Hey, 92K, thank you very much, Arnisi. Again, SPY back down through the VWAP, through the pivot point, coming back down again, back to red. Mara coming in. MSTR is going to be coming back down again. Again, Bitcoin stuff is very weak. SPY weak, coming down below the pivot point. We haven't get to the 50 yet. Again, 56.69. I got it right there, so about 50 cents away. Q's close as well. Q's trading at 606.74 with the 50 at 606.41, about 30 cents away. Both indexes are approaching the 50 again. And coming down to test the 50 again today. Again, 669. IDB coming in. Market internal is pretty weak as well, coming in pretty steadily right now. Market coming back down in again. Again, this is the pattern today. Gap down, move up, move down, move up, move down. This is just really low probability trading environment here. Please repeat the lucid trade. The lucid trade was this week's. Let me find it. I got the 11/21 $14 puts. I paid $1.35 for them. $1.35. They're going for $1.41 right now. I'm not going to be looking to take any big, huge profits out of this thing. 20 cents or so would be pretty nice.
Coming from TechCrunch says Luminar is fighting with its biggest customer as bankruptcy threat looms. It's coming from TechCrunch.
SPY back down below the 50-day moving average again, so are the Qs. So the SPY has fallen down below the 50-day moving average, 669 again. We're about 50 cents away from the 50-day moving average on the SPY. It's just chopping around. Basically, we're at the 50-day moving average within 50 cents. Is definitely within the range of movement on it. Triple Q is looking the same thing. Let's see if we get a bounce this time. Low for the day on the SPY, by the way, is a 667.77. 667.77. So almost about 80 cents lower. So SPY just flirting with this with the 50 SMA. So is the Qs. I'm going to get some lunch. Well, the market is not doing much of anything. Lucid down to about 12.81. I have a sell order on Lucid at. I paid $1.35. I got I think $1.55. Let me see. Lucid. Yeah, I got $1.55 sell order on Lucid. $1.55. I paid $1.35. It's going for $1.50 right now. Could keep going down. Looking at the options on it right now, 136 by 155. So that's a 20 cents wide, which is actually pretty wide for a cheap option like that. And I'm going to hold it at 155. If I can get that 20 cents, I'll be fine. All right, I'm going to grab some lunch. Let me check for any questions before I do. Hey, Gary. Oh, you're welcome. Let's see, Mr. YouTube folks, I'm going to have to stop the broadcast now so I can go get some lunch. Thanks so much for being here today. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And again, rightlinetradinglock.com if you want to join the room, or the alert service, or buy the software. This SPY Super System software is probably I think this is the best thing anybody can use as a trader to find when the institution's in a trade and really help you make much better decisions. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and rightlinetrading.com. Otherwise, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you. We'll try to have a good lunch, Sam. Appreciate it. And we'll enjoy your afternoon. Trade well. See you back here tomorrow.